Hi, I'm Adrienne, and welcome to our Team Break Free Millionaire Blueprint Live. If you are watching this for the first time, I would love to personally welcome you to our Team Break Free. We are going to give you all of the tracks to run on to build your Isagenix business and build it big. So let's get started. Are you ready to take your income to the next level with Isagenix? Of course you are. So it's time to develop the habits of a six-figure income earner. So let's talk about our secret 7. In Team Break Free, we have a secret 7 steps to building your business. So the first one is we want to develop the right mindset. The second one is we want to schedule your day. The third, the secret, is promote yourself with daily posting. The fourth is how to use our best prospecting systems. The fifth is how to start a new member right. The sixth is the daily rituals for tracking your success. And the seventh is how to rank advance faster using your blueprint. So let's jump in. Just before we even jump into the secret 7, I want to remind you of the upfront bonus money, what it is that you're going for. Now, I know some of you guys have read my story, what my husband and I have done with Isagenix and what our earnings have been. We've earned over $6 million so far in over 8 years, and it's changed our lives completely. So, but we started small. We started with a couple $100. We started with a couple $1,000, and we built up to bigger, greater success as we shared that with others. So I want to remind you of what you're going for right away when you first build your business, and that is the upfront bonus money. So we want to talk about the President's Pack specifically. It's my favorite package. We do have the Business Builder Pack. That's the internet. It comes with an international membership as well. I love that pack. It's $1,099. This President's Pack is $559. The Pace Setter Pack is $399, and the 30-day is $272. Now, I really don't care what people initially come in with. I would never turn somebody away. I always say, start with what you can afford, and let's get you making money. But I do love the President's Pack. I favor the President's Pack because I care about my customers, and I care that they have great results, not just good results, great results. And the President's Pack, I'll be at $559. You know, you're spending $559 to start a potentially six-figure business. So it's really not that, I mean, it's really very doable, in other words, to me. You got to take a look at it that way. Put on your business cap and know that that's one of the best packages you can share with people, because it's the most amount of product for the least amount of money up front. They get absolutely everything they need with that pack. And the PIB on that is $80. So we want you getting in that business mode right away. So what does all this mean? So if you haven't seen the compensation plan video, here's a refresher of the tracks to run on. What do you first need to do? How do you rank advance to associate? Well, there's really no rank advancement. It's just ordering a pack, right? So you're going to order a pack of 100 BV or better, and you're going to teach your customers to do the same. And that's any one of those packs I just shared with you. The President's Pack, the Business Builder Pack, the Pace Setter, or the 30-day. The second thing you're going to do is become a consultant. Consultant is when you get 2 customers. You share with one customer down your left, or you get one customer down your left side and one customer down your right side. Because in Isagenix, we're what's called a binary compensation plan, a true binary. So we get paid on the entirety of our organization once we become a consultant. So consultant really is that step you need to take within your first 24 to 48 hours of being in the business. And we always say you've got 30 days to do it, but why would you wait to get yourself into money-making mode where you're going to earn a commission off of everything that comes underneath you, regardless of depth? So consultant is by far the most important first step you take to moving forward in your business. And like I said, when you do become consultant, they give you $50 right away, which I loved. I mean, I go to the grocery store, they don't give me $50 back. But if I enroll and I'm ordering 100 BV and I have 2 friends or, 2 people, one on my left, one on my right, who are ordering 100 BV, the company's going to reward me. And so that is, and usually always with U+2, whatever kit you came in with, let's say you came in with the President's Pack, and you shared that and your 2 customers came in with the same pack, the company is essentially rebating you around $370 back on your $559 kit. So whenever you do U+2, it's half, the rebate is half of what you came in with. So remember that. The second thing is, or the third thing is manager. Manager is you've completed U+2, and now you're going to help your 2 customers get there too, because guess what? they're probably going to want a rebate. As soon as they find out that you've made $370 back, they're going to want their rebate too. So you're going to help them share. You're going to help them get 2 people underneath them, which is their people. And you've created this little triangle of love is what I call it. So you've created 2 consultants, one on your left and one on your right. You want to do this in the first 60 days, and the company will send you an upfront bonus of $250 plus your PIBs. So when I say you can earn $5K in 5 weeks or better, you really can do what I did, where I actually earned over that. I earned over $6,000 in 6 weeks, and I've been going ever since. So you want to keep that in mind as you're doing this. You're going for that upfront money, right? Okay, so what's next after manager? We've done you plus 2, them plus 2. OPS. For manager, if you've done you plus 2, them plus 2, you get your full rebate back on whatever your product kit was. So if you came in with the $559 and you did you plus 2, them plus 2, and those 2 also came in with presents packs, everyone came in with presents packs, you would have made $820 back in like what, 2 weeks. So where can you start a business with the potential to earn multiple 6 figures for $559 and in your first 2 weeks get rebated back $820? Isagenix, baby. So you're in the right place. I love sharing that because you plus 2, half your kit back. Them plus 2, your full rebate back. You want to show people the money, show people how to earn those upfront bonuses. Let's talk about director. So consultant is the sort of the basis. Consultants, we create consultants while in the process of building our business. That's just what we do. I love consultant. It's like, you come in, you get 2 people. You come in, you get 2 people. You come in, you get 2 people. And the system doesn't really change. There's not a whole lot outside of that to think about. So when it comes to understanding the money, know that we're in the business of creating consultants, of helping people get their money back. And so director is awesome. Total of 6 consultants, doesn't matter where they're at, because you'll at least have had a minimum, 1 on your left team and 1 on your right sales team. So the company, as soon as you do this, you can do this in your first 120 days or you can just get it done with, okay? And it's $750 upfront bonus money. That's a lot of money, you guys, plus your PIBs. So you're working it now, game on, right? So the next thing, let's go back. Oh, let me just scroll through here real quickly. Executive. We don't want to miss executive. Executive is super important. Okay. Director. Oh, shoot. All right. We're going to get there, guys. Just a second. This is just a refresher for you. You're just going to keep watching. All right. Executive. Executives is a total of 5 consultants on the right and 5 consultants on the left. So you have a total of 10 consultants now. And guess what? The company is giving you 6 months to do this, but you don't want to wait that long. Let me tell you why. Because auto ship orders run every 30 days. So when I earned that over the $6,000 in 6 weeks, I made a point of reaching executive within 30 days. I just went gung-ho. I called as many people as I could. I shared with as many people as I could. I got the Isagenix story told as many times as I could tell it in a day. Because I was a struggling single mom and I needed to earn money now. So I made sure the Isagenix story got told because I was loving the Isagenix program. So I shared that with a passion, and I ended up earning that. Oh my gosh, all those bonuses put together just sent me over the moon. I thought network marketing was for people who didn't know how to have a real job, and lo and behold, I saw land. Isagenix will pay you. I've been in other companies where they haven't, but I love that Isagenix was so easy for me to do. There wasn't a lot of loopholes. I could do it. I could create consultants, and so can you. So let's get that $1,000 bonus earned, and those PIBs, you want to put that on your little Isagenix card. It's going to be awesome. And go for executive. Go for executive and sell president's packs. Leave with the president's pack. All right, let's move on. The reason why I say that is now we're entering the secret 7. This is where the training really begins. So we want to take daily action so we can become an Isagenix millionaire. And I love this photo. It's so inviting. We want to elevate your life, you guys. We want to take you out of your current circumstances and put you in your dream lifestyle. That's what Isagenix did for me. And it can do the same for you. Let the system work for you. Plug into the system. It's that easy. All right. The first one is we need to develop your mindset. So I love this program. Isagenix has, so graciously purchased this program for everybody. And you do purchase it. You purchase it for $49 in your back office, and you get $45 back at the end of completing it in 60 days. So it's kind of a wash there, basically. You paid, I think, $5 or something to go through this incredible program. And so it's a 60-day program. You just register at healthymindandbody.com or in your back office. And it's just an intelligent, simple, important daily activities that, if done every day for 15 minutes, are guaranteed to change your life forever. And we want you to get right with you, get right with Isagenix. When you go from, and I always call this, it's employee to business owner mindset. If you've never been a business owner, it's a switch. It really is. You want to develop your mindset around that, because now you're in charge. Whereas before in my business, I was always told what to do. I showed up to work on time. I did my assignments. I left work on time. I was like a robot, and I hated that. So I did struggle a little bit, though, when I first got started in the business, because I was in charge, and it was almost like, oh no, what do I do? What do I do now? I needed that personal development. So that's what this is all about. So if you are really going for it, you've got to make this mini investment, knowing you're going to get a rebate back at the end of the 60 days. But every single day, you'll complete an assignment for just 15 minutes in the morning, super quick, that's going to help you develop your mindset as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, because that's who you are now. You're sitting on a gold mine, and we want to help you mine it. So make sure you develop your mindset. The second thing you have to learn is how to schedule your day. Some of us are super, super scheduled, or if you're like me, you're not. And so you have to teach yourself how to be more scheduled every day. My business exploded the more organized I got. And I'll tell you what, the first thing you want to do is buy and fill out a calendar with all your current commitments. Now, Isagenix has an incredible calendar they're releasing in 2017, and it's on isasalestools.com. You can take a look at that. It is super awesome. It is geared towards being a network marketer in Isagenix, and it gives you tons of tips. However, I will tell you right now, I have a big old calendar that sits on my office, like the little mini office in my kitchen, so the whole family gets to see it. Mom, Dad, and all the kids. I am in charge of all of these little people's schedules and making sure that we're all on the same page and nobody's feelings get hurt if Mommy's doing business for an hour, or hubby's not upset because I've spent too much time online, right? So we want to make sure that we get not permission, but we're working with our family, right? We're working with them. So we want to find an hour or more per day. So this is what millionaires do. They find an hour or more per day that you will work your Isagenix business like a second job. And some of you might not even have an hour. You're like, Adrienne, I don't even have an hour. Well, that's how I was when I first got started. So I had to split it up into like 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there in my schedule when I first started Isagenix, until I could put in that full power hour per day of just straight connecting with people. So the other thing that you want to schedule in there is visit isagenixevents.com to schedule an upcoming corporate event you plan on attending. And I have two pictures down here, NYKL and Celebration. So these are our two biggest events throughout the year. There's also ISAU, which is like a mini business training throughout the year you can take yourself or your newbies to. And I recommend you, if you've never been to an ISAU, schedule one of those in your year as well. But the basics are New Year Kickoff. New Year Kickoff is the event that you go to at the beginning of the year. It's happening this week for us, actually, as I'm doing this presentation for you. And it kicks off the new year. That's why it's called New Year Kickoff. It's a sales event. It's a sales training event. Teaches you how to share Isagenix, teaches you how to be a business builder, teaches you more about the products, teaches you more about the business, and it's a whole lot of fun because you get to get together with the team and meet everybody else, and it just brings that belief you might not have if you haven't seen it in person. Same thing with Celebration. Celebration is the 6-month mark. So from New Year Kickoff to Celebration, it's 6 months. So 2 quarters of your business if you're running every 90 days, like you will be with working with us. And Celebration is the event that we celebrate the 6 months of effort that we've put in. And that's how those events work. So you can't miss those events. If I could stress this enough, do not miss those 2 events, please, because it'll affect your business. And you want to think of yourself as a shareholder. If you were a shareholder in a major multi-million-dollar business and you didn't come to that, that meeting, that shareholder meeting that year, Yeah, people would be pretty upset. It would be as if you didn't show up and put your 2 cents in. You've got to be at those 2 events. So schedule those in throughout your year 2 and be there. All right. The next thing is that we do 2 trainings each week. We have our TBF team call on Tuesday nights, and we have our Zoom call every Thursday live where we get together and we train and we talk about all the things I'm going to share with you in this video as well. The second thing is, if you're not plugged in already, you should be, but if you're not plugged in already to the team newsletter, make sure you plug into the team newsletter. You can find it at the top of the Team Break Free business coaching page on Facebook, and just put in your information there and you'll receive all of our updates weekly. So the third thing is I've gone through a lot of scheduling just now, or this isn't the third thing, the last thing. We've gone through a lot of scheduling, but I want you to be where you're at. So when you schedule that power hour of Isagenix, you're working your Isagenix business. When you schedule to work and know that the team will support you in the hours that you're not. There's plenty of resources for you to plug in. When you have to be with your family, be with your family. When you have to be working, be working. That's one of the biggest things I will tell you that took me a long time to learn when I first got started. Be where you're at. So let's schedule our days, you guys. We're going to get organized, schedule our day, and just rock it. The third thing, daily posting equals promoting. Who is going to promote your business? What is your marketing plan for sharing Isagenix? This is network marketing. You have to work and you have to market yourself. If you never tell anybody you're an Isagenix, they're not going to know and they're never going to order from you, right? So we need to be posting out. And I love posting because posting on your timeline is you're opening up your world. You're letting people know, hey, I'm in business for more than just existing, right? And, people want to know you exist because you're truly selling a lifestyle here, but they need to see what you're about. They need to, somebody should be able to scroll through your timeline and go, oh, I know what Rachel's about. She teaches cycling. She's got 2 beautiful children. She's living an incredible lifestyle. She's earning money from home. She's, happy and healthy. She's helping people transform their bodies and their lives. That's what they should see on your page, right? When you're promoting yourself in Isagenix. And so we recommend posting 10 times per day. Now, if you've never posted 10 times in your day and that's overwhelming to you, start where you can. Start where you can, okay? At least get out 1 transformation before and after photo per day. And, you want to break it up because if somebody, again, is looking at that timeline, you don't just want before and after, before and after, before and after. So we have a system here of how we get the 10 in per day, and you guys just work up to that 10. Because when you work up to doing 10 posts per day, the more posts you do in a day, the more people see that post. So the more people see you in general. I had a girlfriend say to me when I finally got up to 10 posts per day, it took me like a week. And she said to me, oh my gosh, Adrienne, I've been seeing so much of you on Facebook. I didn't know that you were in network marketing. Tell me more about that. And I was able to share that experience with her. So people will start to see. So 3 inspirational quotes, and you can go to Google Images and grab these, or Pinterest, or create your own through apps like WordSwag or Canva. The next one is 3 lifestyle posts. People want to know about your family. They want to see you working out. They want to know what you're eating, right? They love selfies. I know it's crazy. You might not personally like them, but people like to see your face. Okay, so take a few selfies, get yourself all dolled up and take a few selfies. The next one is a healthy recipe. I always find mine off Pinterest and I just share straight to my Pinterest page because then I gain followers on my Pinterest as well. And I share that picture, copy, upload the picture, put what I loved about the recipe or what I think I'll love about the recipe, and then I'll plug in that little Pinterest link so people start following me there as well. The next one is a transformation before and after photos. You can find these on ISA FYI. You can find them straight on your website under isabodychallenge.com. You can find them under isaproduct.com. You can find them in our Facebook groups. Share before and after photos and follow the lead of your leaders. So like myself, Leah, Lucy, Rachel, Kim, a lot of people who are working on a consistent basis, you can copy and paste their before and after transformations. Copy the story, okay, put it in your own words if you have to, and then, put that, plug in that before and after photo. And understand that I never say Isagenix on my page, hardly ever. Not because I'm trying to hide what Isagenix is, it's because I want the opportunity to share it with them. Creating curiosity is so important in your daily posts. When you create curiosity, people come to you. You're starting to attract people who are interested instead of trying to just, throw a net out to the world. You want to attract the right people to your organization. You want to attract people who care about their health, who care about earning more money from home, who, have a strong desire to be their own boss. And so when you guys are putting these out there, know that that's what you're doing. So the next one's a business post. So you can, anything about network marketing, entrepreneur inspiration, lady boss posts, things like that, share how you're feeling in your business. And if you're not feeling that way, I know some of us feel like kind of like fake it first, or like, is this who I really am? It took me a while to get into it too, but it was who I was. I was learning to become an entrepreneur, so I needed to do what the entrepreneurs were doing so I could build up that belief and start earning that money. One recognition post, a business recognition post, isafyi.com, you can find stories there and share those out on a regular basis as well. So like I said, go back, follow what your leaders are doing, copy what they do. It's free game. If I post something out there that you like, you are welcome to take it, share it, make it your own, whatever you want to do, okay? So become a part of posting, make daily posting a part of your promotion, your plan for marketing yourself and your Isagenix business. Let's talk about the system for prospecting. If you're brand new, you need to start and complete the Start Here section of isagenixbusiness.com. You will be guided to make your list, connect with that list, present, and follow up. You want to connect with anywhere between 2 to 10 people per day or an hour per day using scripts found in the file section of our Team Break Free Facebook page. Print them, download them for best use, have them on your computer, up on your screen when you guys are chatting with people online. And online is the way to go. There are millions and millions of people. You are never going to run out of people to share Isagenix with online, I promise, okay? When you're making that straight list, when you're launching your 90-day, you're making phone calls, don't do them alone, do them with the person that brought you into the business. So connect with people, right? The first step really here is completing that Start Here section, making a list, connecting with that list, and following up with that list. That's all we really do. We make a list, connect with that list, follow up with that list. Those are the basics. The list, connect, present, follow up, right? So when you're on social media and you're using the scripts, you can simply start, but anybody who likes or comments on your daily post, because that's our marketing plan, right? Go in and say, hi, how are you? If it's somebody you haven't talked to in a while, hey, Julie, how are you? It's been so long. Start the conversation. It's so important to start the conversation. Leaders go first. They lead. They start the conversation. Somebody might like your before and after transformation post, and you're like, ooh, gosh, I don't know. Well, as a leader, you don't know. So you need to reach out first. Hi, how are you? Thanks for liking my post. Tell me more about yourself. What do you do? Or how's your family? I always form them. FORM, family, occupation, recreation, message. How's your family? How's your job going? Have you done anything fun lately? The reason why I'm reaching out to you is I noticed that you liked or commented on my post. Would you like more information? Are you interested in looking or in feeling your best? Are you interested in earning more money? Whatever that post was about. So you want to connect with people, complete the Start Here section, get your list made, and start connecting, presenting, and following up. The next step to prospecting and to gaining customers, that's what prospecting is, gaining customers into your Isagenix business, okay? Is you want to go to the resources in your back office, click on ISA Tools, and you want to sign up and start using ISA Tools to send all of your presentations, videos, email links, etc. If somebody sees you post a picture of a shake, you'll have this, you can download it too. It's on an app. It's called ISA Tools to Go app on your phone for faster sending on the go. But you can use this tool and it will send you notifications whenever your prospect or your prospective customer has viewed your presentation or has viewed your information. So you're having a conversation, you're using the scripts, okay, you're going through those steps and they say, yes, I'd love to take a look at what you're doing. You send them, over, what specifically are interested in. Are you interested in weight loss, athletic line, healthy aging, wealth creation? Those are the 4 things we offer, weight loss and cleansing, performance and energy packs, healthy aging, and wealth creation. So which one of the 4 are you interested in, right? And then send them an app or send them the link from your ISA Tools to Go app. You can also send some videos from YouTube. Just make sure that any Isagenix approved video, like the Isagenix difference, why Isagenix, how to use a 30-day system, all that stuff, make sure, or the compensation plan video, make sure that it's from the Isagenix YouTube channel and not from another distributor, because you don't want to promote another distributor. You want to promote yourself because you're brand new and you're ready to make money, and we need to get you making money. So you're going to do that by sending presentations. This is where the presentation part comes in. The first page was connecting, making the list and connecting. This part is all about presenting. How do you present? You're going to send them a tool. Don't be a fool. Use a tool. The more talking you do, the less exciting it is. If somebody comes in and wants to know, more about the business, they need to know that they can do exactly what you did to gain customers. So use the tools. Always use the tools. Send videos from ISA Sales or from ISA Tools in your back office, ISA Tools to go, or from your actual website. Every single one of you has an actual website. Send tools from there as well. Okay, the next thing is, this is when it comes to speaking. This is, what's next. So we want to start conversations using the scripts. And then when they say yes, they would be open to taking a look. You want to set up a phone call. So even sometimes, you guys, before I send them links online, I call them. You don't have to. You can send them a link right away and just go with the numbers and just keep, sending links, whatever's easiest for you. I know some of you guys, if you have less time, you're going to send links and let them figure it out. If you have a little bit more time, or as somebody you want to set up a phone call with them to speak to them first with your prospect. Find out more about what they're looking to accomplish. Health goals, business goals, both. What is it? And then send them a tool and schedule the follow-up appointment. I was serious when I said all we do in this business is we make lists, we work off those lists, right? We connect with the people on those lists, we send them presentations using tools, and then we follow up with them to get a yes, no, or a maybe. So that's how we do that. You'll follow the scripts for following up. You can do that with a three-way call as well. I built my whole business using three-way calls at first, and we'll talk about that in this next section. But the other thing is that we have Join and Break Free. If you're on this, you probably saw Join and Break Free. Send that page. If they want to know more, the easiest shot, there's no connecting information on there. They're going to have to get back to you. So if somebody says, I'm interested in the products business or both, just send them to joinandbreakfree.com. It's a great, great resource for them to be able to plug into, and they can share that as well. It's so duplicatable. And you can't make money in network marketing unless you're duplicatable. So I always say use the joinandbreakfree.com, send that as a tool. If you're not going to use ISA Tools to go, ISA Tools would be more specific, like what's in the shakes, videos, other things like that, cleansing guide. I use that for that. But Join and Break Free is probably my first initial link that I ever send to somebody, and then I schedule the follow-up time. So follow up with them over the phone ASAP, within 24 to 48 hours or less. And it's best done as a three-way call. So if you're brand new, a three-way call, you're going to use a leader to help validate that you're not alone in this business, that you have support, that you're working, you've got a team of people you're working with, because you do. So follow the three-way calling guide in the files section of Team Break Free on Facebook. That will really help you set up those calls, and share joinandbreakfree.com. Use the scripts to follow up, like I said, enroll them or send them a link to your website to enroll. And this is where, if you want more information on what to say, what to do, purchase the book. Just download the book off of Amazon or Audible, and it's GoPro, 7 Steps to Becoming a Network Marketing Professional by Eric Worre. And you just want to have that on hand. It's the scripts that we have in the back, in the file section of TBF, incorporate his scripts. But I always say it's best to have that book and to have gone through that book. And I go through that book on a monthly basis. It's just a great reminder. All right, step 5. Getting a new member started right. So the first thing you want to do is send a welcome email. So once you've taken the order, okay, you've taken the order first, right? So you're on the phone. If you're doing a three-way call, your leader's going to show you how to take that order. I always just get right into it with them. Do you want chocolate, vanilla? What's your address? What's your birthday? What's your social? All that stuff. I just go right through the order process, and they say, great, I'll be sending you a welcome email with all of the details that you're going to need to know. So then I send them this welcome letter that we have up in the file section of Team Break Free in our Facebook page. Send that to them, email that off to them right away. Why? Because it sets them up for success, and I don't have to do as much talking, because they can read through what the instructions are, how to plug into the team, how to handle auto ship, all that stuff. So use the welcome email. The next thing is to add them to the team newsletter. So oftentimes I will let them know I'm going to be adding you to our team newsletter. You can opt out at any time, and I'll go in and I'll do that for them. If you're not comfortable doing that, it suggests for them to sign up for the team newsletter and the welcome email. So hopefully they do. But if you really want your team completely plugged in, do that for them and just make them aware. The next thing is you want to add them to the team Facebook pages if they're not already in. Oftentimes if somebody says, I'm not ready right now, but yeah, maybe in a few months from now, I'll say, no worries, I'd love to add you to our product coaching page, 30 Day Start to New You, so you continue to receive free updates. And when you're ready, let me know. So if they're not already in, I add them into 30 Day Start to New You, product coaching, and Team Break Free business coaching page. The next thing is to start a personal file on them. So this is huge because Kathy Coover, our founder, she's absolutely fabulous. She's earned a 7-figure income in 3 different network marketing companies. She taught this to me. Always use the new associate checklist and start a file on somebody. So you can see on the side here, I have Amy, Becky, Mike, whatever. These are examples, but I have these envelopes in my office. Why? Because I'm a businesswoman. I'm running a business. I'm the CEO of my network marketing business. I need to keep tabs on my new members. So I print out, I have a bunch of new associate checklists print out. I usually print out 10 for the week. I intend to enroll 10, and I keep them out already pre-plugged in there with an enrollment form, the associate checklist, and anything else I would add in there. But right now, all you need is the enrollment form and the new associate checklist. So I start a new member right by having this filled out. And you can find it, like it says, isagenixbusiness.com under the tools tab, flyers and PDFs. You can print those out from there. You can also print them out from your back office, but I find it's just easier to find it on the isagenixbusiness.com and have several printed out and keep them in a file cabinet. So you're going to schedule a call with them. So, when I end that phone call, really, I've said 3 things to them, right? I'm going to send you a welcome email, welcome to the team. I'm going to send you a welcome email with all the instructions of what to do next. I'm going to add you to our team newsletter. You'll be added to our Facebook pages. Okay. And then we need to schedule a call in, 4 to 5 days when they've received their products to go over a checklist with you to make sure you have everything you need. So that's how I say it to them over the phone. It's very professional. And so you'll do that. You'll schedule it. You'll get on the phone with them. Fill out as much as you can on the new associate checklist, but step 6, referral management, is the most important thing. Some people aren't ready to share the business right away. That's okay, but you need to get step 6 of the new associate checklist down where it talks about what to do with referrals, because when they start to see results, and I just simply read it to them over the phone. I go through the whole step 6. The most important thing is, what are you going to do when you start getting results? Right? And you're going to read step 6 to them along with all the other goals. And then I just reach out to them 1 time per week via a text or a phone call to check in and see how they're doing, and make sure that if they have any questions to let me know. And if they're, here's the deal. If they're not making money, they will quit. So if you want great retention, stay in touch, remind them how to get their products paid for free every time you speak with them. Are you ready now? How about now? Do you have any referrals now? And I do that because I'm caring about them. I want to make sure they get their rebate back. That first initial phone call I do with them includes that. Even before I send information to them, are you interested in getting your products paid for? A lot of people struggle with money or finances. And what they're really saying is, I want to do this and I need to know how to make money. So that's an objection you're going to have to overcome, is when somebody says, I don't know if I can afford this or anything like that. First of all, people who are ready will find a way. People who are not ready will find an excuse. And that's just I hate to say it like that, but that's exactly the way it is. So if somebody says, I don't have the money, and they legitimately don't, you need to share with them right away, U+2, them +2, send them a U+2, them +2 video link. That's another great way to help them get started, right? So they know they can make their money back, get them started, and go through the same steps. So that is getting a new member started right. So 6, tracking your success daily. How do you track your success? This is huge. If you guys have ever had a job they usually track your success. How? They have a system for checks and balances, right? They want to know you're on task. They want to know that you're selling. They want to know that you're, making your phone calls or doing whatever it is that you do, right? Seeing your clients. So same thing here. You are going from an employee mindset to an entrepreneur mindset. You've got to keep track of your success daily. Accountability is 99% of it all. So you want to click on the Files tab in the Facebook group Team Break Free, find the accountability system and the accountability activity forms, and you want to print 13 out for the next 13 weeks. Why 13? Because we run quarterly. We run our business quarterly. So we do a 90-day run, and then after that we do a 90-day run, and then we celebrate our success at celebration. And then after that we do a 90-day run, and a 90-day run back-to-back, and we celebrate again at New Year kickoff. So That's why we've got to have 13 weeks out, because you're going to do that every 90 days. You're going to print out another 13 weeks and go through it. And also the new calendar that Isagenix release is going to be releasing talks about this. The 90-day game plan is like, it's basically in the calendar as we go through the next 13 weeks. So have that as well, if that's the way you want to keep track of your connections and all that other stuff as well. Or you can simply download the free forms. So put them in a binder where you can see it, i.e. your nightstand or your office, that space where you're going to put that power hour in. You know, make notes the night before you go to bed. Who do you need to follow up with? You know, be on task, right? Run this like a business. So fill out your points each night before you go to bed. And I want you to sleep in peace, because I think the hardest thing is you want to earn the money. And if you're not following the tracks, if you're not following everything we've given you in this system, you're going to feel defeated. You're going to feel like, you know, how come other people are earning money and I'm not? It's because they're doing the steps and they're tracking their success. So you've got to be on board. You've got to be all in. I'm the kind of girl who was like, I'm all in and I'll learn as I go. And that's the place you need to be. So do the steps, print the 13 things out, put them in a binder, put it where you can sleep, so that at night as you go through and you've written down, I don't care if you've connected with 2 people that day, you didn't reach your 5 or 10 or whatever it was, you connected with 2, you sent information to 2, you followed up with 2, you can sleep in peace knowing you did your best that day. Do your daily rituals, okay? And you'll get better. You'll get better and better and better. I always say that. So what matters at the end of the day is the number in those boxes. And the reason why I say that, as you guys look at the accountability form, is because it's the only thing you can track your success on. How many points do I have at the end of the day? When somebody comes to me and they say, oh, Adrienne, I'm just not making the money I thought I was going to, or which doesn't happen very often, but if they do, I go, okay, show me your tracker forms. It's the mark of a true entrepreneur. They can track their success. So it's incredibly important that every day in every way you get better and better and better. So you've got to go into the group, print out both of those forms, read through them. You'll have a better understanding and you'll start tracking your success daily. The next thing is blueprints to rank advanced. This is our last step. Okay, so there is a way. Isagenix is so cool. They help you track your success. So there's a few things you want to download here as well. You want to go to isagenixbusiness.com and download a map to Crystal Executive. These are also the tracks. This is the ACMDE we talked about at the very beginning of this training. And so you want to have it filled out. I have it mapped out in my office on a big old whiteboard. And I'm constantly working on that executive, maintaining executive, gaining more consultants. And the name of that game, honestly, to hit executive is just create as many consultants as you possibly can and just keep going. But you want to be able to see that blueprint. When you walk into your office, you want to be able to look at the names. When I'm connecting with somebody, I tentatively fill them in. If I'm using a whiteboard, I can quickly erase if it's not for them, or if I need to bump them down to the maybe list or whatever that is. But you know, that's what you do. The next thing is I also have a freedom funnel. So I have my map to Crystal Executive on a whiteboard. I have another whiteboard with a freedom funnel. What is a freedom funnel? There is a video that is posted in the group on freedom funnel and what that looks like, but I'll quickly share with you. And my whiteboard is divided into 3 sections. It's divided into an action section, a decision section, and a clarity. So clarity, decision, action. It's first clarity, second decision, third action. And I take these little star Post-it notes that I have, because everyone's a star in my world. Anyone I'm talking to online, I fill one of those out and I put them under the clarity, because right now they just need clarity. They started asking questions. I'm going through the scripts, all that stuff. The next thing is I set up an appointment to talk or to do a follow-up call after they've seen a presentation or they've watched Join and Break Free. And then I move that name into the decision section. And then that's where I need to help them gain a decision, right? So then I call them again. Are you ready? Okay, take the order. They've moved into action. They've taken action. And it's just a kind of a fun way. I don't know about you guys, but I like to see things moving. I like to see things moving across the board. So when I move those names across the board, I get excited. I walk into my office and I see all those stars on that board and I know who I'm supposed to be calling. It's just another way to track your success. The next thing is you want to log into your back office in the morning. So I kind of schedule my day where I'm going to do 15 minutes in the morning of just checking my back office, going through my downline reports, looking at my blueprint by category. Who do I need to be working with right now? It tells you like who's, one person away from getting a bonus, who's 2 people away, who do you need to help move from, associate to consultant to manager, director. It guides you. Isagenix is guiding you so that you can fly. So get excited about that. Do 15 minutes of checking that out in the morning. And a faster way to check that out is through our app online or on your phone. It's called IsaPulse. So download the app IsaPulse with your website information that you have, your username and password, and it'll give you daily updates on what's happening with your team. So you know how to recognize your team, you know how to give team recognition. Congratulations, Amy, you're 1 person away from getting your consultant bonus or your, whatever it is, your manager bonus, and helping move people through the ranks. So this is a big step because recognition is important. I know when I first got started, my leader, Tracy Larson, and all those guys, they were guiding me. As I was enrolling people, they were recognizing me. Great job. I see that you just sold another President's Pack. Great job. I see you create another consultant. So you want to do the same for your business partners. And so get plugged in 15 minutes in the morning, take a look at that IsaPulse app, let it start your day, get into your office, schedule that power hour, start connecting with people, look at your accountability tracker form, who's next, look at your planner, how am I going to fit this in, and start going for that. Go for that. A lot of times when I first got started too, and I didn't really know who I was going to talk to yet, I would print out the Map to Crystal Executive and I would put words in there. Who am I looking for? What's on my radar? I'm looking for people who are driven. I'm looking for people who are grounded, looking for people who are inspired, focused, energetic, a finisher, deliberate, positive, coachable. They're mentor independent. They want to earn money with or without me, right? Those are the kind of people I was looking for. So I always have a map up at the beginning of my 90-day run that's just full of who I'm looking for. So I remember who I'm looking for when I'm talking to people online. Is this person somebody who's coachable? Yes or no? Do I really want them on my team? See, you're the CEO, you're the owner. You get to pick who you work with. Isn't that beautiful? That's the whole point of owning your own business. So find people who are positive. If there's somebody who's super negative, still go through the steps, but maybe they're not going to be your best business builder. Maybe that person who, started another network marketing business and, went out of business or something, bad happened or whatever, and you feel so bad, reach out to that person because they have a desire to make more money, right? And start sharing with them. Share with them joinandbreakfree.com. Share with them the steps. Share with them the tools. Let them know they're not going to be alone here, and that the things that happen in that other company are not going to happen in Isagenix. We've got the track record to show it. We've been in business for 14 years now, running strong, never missed a paycheck, only ever had incredible products, incredible results. We are doing it right. So you're in the right place at the right time. All right, let's move into something I told you I'd share with you, an extra special little secret of mine that you can do eventually once you've gone through these first 7 steps. You're comfortable with these 7 steps. You feel confident in doing these 7 steps. Okay, so once you're confident and competent, right, in doing these 7 steps, you can move on to advanced branding, which is create a simple website for yourself. You can go on to Wix.com or Webs.com or Squarespace.com and put your story in there. Follow the Join and Break Free. Follow the guideline for Join and Break Free. And all you need to do is where my story is, copy, paste, add your own story in there. Now that you had a story with Isagenix, you've earned some money, share that. And then you'll have your own page, your own site. I want to give you the wings to fly. I want you to stay under there as long as you need to till you feel that confident and competent, and then go off, baby. Make it happen. Put your stamp on your own business. And that's what I love about this. I use canva.com to create all the graphics on Join and Break Free. Include links to your preferred Isagenix packs from your personal Isagenix website. You're not going to find that on Join and Break Free. Why? Because it's generic. I want them to get back to you to order. But on your own website, you put links straight to your favorite packages for people to order right away. Include yours and others' transformation stories. Get a professional photo shoot done. That's always fun. Especially if you're brand new and you've gotten incredible business or product perfect results on Isagenix, and you've got that before and after photos to share, that $1 million story, that experience that so many people are dying to have. They want that dream body. Put that on your website. Share that. That's marketing. You're doing it. Have 3 different ways for people to contact you: your phone, email, and social media accounts. Share, and then just start sharing it. When you guys are online and you're posting and you're sharing with people, you're going to have your own website to share. It's so exciting. So get that out of the way once you're confident and competent with the first 7 steps, because this is advanced and should not be attempted right away. If you don't have a personal Isagenix story about the product or the business, probably not time for you to start your website. You're still in the first 7 steps, okay? It's after that you want to get your own website. So use Join and Break Free. Until then, there is nothing more powerful. I still use other people's stories as well. So, I mean, even when I'm connecting with people online and I didn't have my website, I would share something like joinandbreakfree.com so that people knew I was a part of a team. And you can still do that. Even if you have your own website, you can say, this is what we're doing, right? And then also, this is the team you're plugging into, Join and Break Free. And they'll see the similarity between both your personal website and Join and Break Free. And it's just that much more exciting. It's that much more of of something they want to connect with and be a part of. There is nothing greater than showing people that they can be a part of something bigger than themselves, that they are accepted. You're accepted. It is time for you to fly in your business, you guys. So you've had all the 7 steps. Training is done. It is time to go out and do the work. Work hard, stay humble, teach, and repeat. I say that all the time. Work hard, stay humble, teach, and repeat, because you are going to make it. Guess what? At the end of this journey, you can let all your fears, worries, doubts go away. You are ready to rock. Follow the 7 steps, teach, repeat, work hard, and stay humble. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm wishing you every success, because I know you can do it. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.